everyone, you're watching VGO40 and this is VGO Girl, and today we're taking a look at Warhammer Hall in adventure mode. Now this is my first run through it, so I was really just checking it out to see how it was for my guild, but it really isn't too different from normal mode. It looks like there's just an extra set of the named scorpions, but we're going to go ahead and go through it and take a look and see. Okay, looking at the setup really quick, there's a yellow marker in front of me for tanking. There's a purple marker off to the side a little for DPS. And off to my right, under the canopy thing, is going to be another marker for where you take the ads. Okay, so the first thing to note is that when we originally were doing this dungeon before 3.0, there was a little set of scorpions that would come out. And I believe in Adventure they would spawn purple puddles and they'd explode or something that would kill DPS. So you had to really take them away. Since 3.0, I have not seen those scorpions in normal mode, and I did not see them again in Adventure. So I think that those are probably gone. The theory is it could be just that we're DPSing so much faster that they're not coming up. But I didn't see them at all, and I am not sure. So anyway, you fight the boss, he goes to the middle, there's everybody stay away kind of at the purple. Now this is different than normal mode. Usually you just hang out there and get bard heals. However, this time instead the first two named scorpions come out. So I usually tank Basta at where the purple is, and you can see the orange marker on the other side. That's where you take Seerkat. So you separate the two of them so that their shield, it drops, and then you kill usually Basta first, and then Seerkat on the other side. Now the tanks, it's important to just taunt once so that you can separate the bosses, and then they do cross where you saw those yellow paths going across, but then they immediately go back. So you don't need to tank to taunt a second time. Just let the mob come to you. So once one is dead, you kill the other, and then the boss comes back to you. Now normally then in normal mode you would DPS them for a little bit, and then the second set of these purple tornado things is when the named mobs would come out. But this time it doesn't. You already did a named mob. Now you just DPS the boss, and then another set of the named mobs comes out again. There's no other round of the little tiny baby scorpions that I saw again. So we've got Basta and Seerkat again. You can see they've got kind of a shield when they're close to each other. One tank taunt Basta, the other tank Seerkat. Separate them again on opposite sides, DPS one, then DPS the other, and then you move on to kind of the second half of the fight. So even my guild has changed up the tactics a little bit since I did the normal video on this. So we're going to pull the boss over to that orange marker. And the reason is that way the DPS can stay at the purple so that they don't get they don't have to run around trying to find different markers and things like that. So it's easier just to, when we have the dirty venom phase, pull the boss over towards the orange, and then everybody has to back out of this purple circle because it will kill you, and then the tank can pull the boss around the backside. So again, here we just, and this is the same way that my guild does it for normal mode. Usually we have another purple puddle, but here comes another round of tornadoes with the named mobs. So again, you do the same thing because now you have room on this side. You do the same thing, you just separate the two of them. Now you can see that white star on the far side. Sometimes you need to separate Seerkat the other direction, just if the purple puddle is too close to that orange marker. In this case they had enough room, so it worked out well. But just separate the named mobs again and go ahead and DPS them. Usually once one is dead, I like to taunt the other one so that he comes over towards the DPS a little bit more, because if you don't, otherwise you end up with a situation where if you're not killing the little name mobs fast enough, they do a knockback attack, and then it's hard to get over to them. So if we can taunt the little guys back over to us, it goes faster for killing him. So again, at this point, just stay away if there's a dirty venom message, and DPS him till he's dead. And here we go. So that was it for adventure mode. It's actually easier than I think it was originally, and it's not too far off from normal. You just have an extra round of those scorpions right at the beginning. All right, you're watching VGO Girl, and this is VGO 40, and we hope that you found this helpful, and we will see you next time in World of Kings.